Now, going over to the business blunder of the day, you have Dodge Ram recalling over 1 million trucks, which is not good for Stellantis because their portfolio is doing as good as Boeing, which is, yeah, not great. Boeing is the one defense stock that is crashing like airplanes in the past 6 months, which is, yeah. If you're losing money being a defense contractor right now, that is just tantamount to being the utmost inept. But I partially digress. Stellantis is their profits are down about 50%. And again, when it comes to automotive portfolios, one of the most important things is trucks and SUVs, because that's where a majority of the profit comes from. With a majority of companies investing in EVs losing money, especially on the short term, and barely making any money on compact cars, which is why so few people make them, and sports cars a little bit. But overall, trucks are king. Now this comes to us thanks to Motor1.com. They say, quote, Ram just recalled 1.2 million pickup trucks. The recall affects half-ton trucks built in 2019 for problems with stability control system. There you can see the cliche silver-looking Dodge truck right there. This is by Christopher Smith, who's a writer over there. They say, quote, they just announced one of the largest recalls of the year, affecting specifically 1,227,808 Ram 1500 pickup trucks. A software glitch could cause the stability control system to unintentionally deactivate, which violates federal law. Ridiculous. How many federal laws do we need at the end of the day? I forget which libertarian candidate thought of this, but I love the idea of every time the government wants to pass a law, they have to eliminate one first. Because there's so much bureaucracy, so much red tape. I can't imagine starting an automobile company these days, yet alone trying to maintain one. So yeah, apparently that's a law. They have to have stability control. Or you just, learn how to drive properly. But I partially digress. They say, quote, recall documents make no mention of accidents or injuries resulting from the system failure, which, this is a great silver lining there. No one's been hurt from it. They say, quote, the problem only affects current generation Ram 15 trucks from 2019, 2021 through 2024. The issue is a software glitch relating to the anti-lock braking system. Documents describe it as a, quote, control module software malfunction in the anti-lock system that can unexpectedly disable stability control. If this happens, the drivers could see any number of warning lights on the dashboard for anti-lock or stability control, adaptive cruise, or forward collision systems. All that fancy tech. Back in my day, we had none of that. We were just fine, on average. Now they say, quote, suffice it to say, losing stability control on a full-size pickup truck at the wrong time could result in sketchy situation drivers. Really? I mean, a majority of the time, yeah, I don't know about that. Granted, depending on where you live, of course. If it's a pavement queen driving through downtown Fort Worth or Dallas or somewhere, and of course, the caveat is it's not an ice mageddon or a snowstorm, you're probably not going to notice it unless you have a lead foot, you're just doing burnouts every 18 feet or, slamming that brakes like you're on a track every quarter mile. But they say, quote, fortunately, the fix is very simple. Ram dealers will install new software for the anti-lock control module to update the system. In theory, eliminating the conflict that disables the stability control. Dealer notification for recall and affected vehicles will begin on September 12th. Well, already passed. Specific owner notification will commence October 3rd, or just tune into this show since notice about more than half the business blunders are automotive recalls. Granted, it's because there's so many variables and so many components that go into those systems. Then they say, quote, oh geez, Stellantis. This is the 44th recall issued by Stellantis so far this year, though Ford still leads all automakers at 46 recalls through early September. Both companies are virtually tied for total number of recalled vehicles. With a software glitch, Stellantis now has 3,897,071 vehicles affected by recalls versus 3,964,848 from Ford. Now, they said, that being said, Tesla has more than them, which do they? That comes in at 4,411,725. Now, that being said, I still think we should actually change the definition of a recall. And I'm really big fan of changing definitions in general, but because certain recalls have to be fixed with an over-the-air wireless update, I don't think that should be counted as a recall. I think the recall should have to be physical. It has to be an instance where you could only be resolved if you take it to the dealership or have someone who physically has to come to the vehicle to work on it. I think that would be a more accurate assessment of recalls. And you know me, I'm no big Tesla fanboy. Every vehicle I own will always have 3 pedals and a manual transmission because that's the best fun you'll have, bar none, when driving a vehicle. But I do think it's a little unfair to say, oh yeah, Tesla has 4.4 million recalls. Well, they have. Now, in this one, It looks like it has to go to the dealer for the software updates, had to plug something into it, according to the vernacular, is my understanding. So still not great for Dodge. Again, Stellantis is in trouble. 50% drop in profits. The dealerships are irate because the brands are dying in popularity. They also have more brands than any other automotive company, which a lot of them are speculating, well, what brands we need to cut and which ones are we actually losing money on. Again, Dodge is one of the strongest brands in the whole portfolio of Stellantis, so I don't think they'll ever get rid of it, even though they're bastardizing the truck by making the 1500 a V6 twin turbo. And now if you want a V8, you have to get the Ram 2500 or 3500. Maybe they're just forcing customers to upsell to get a bigger model. But yeah, one of the most profitable important vehicles, and yet another recall. Gotta say, Dodge, that is certainly the business blunder of the day. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, try to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.